So thanks for joining today, Corina. I really appreciate it. I was hoping that you could share what challenges you were facing before we started working together.
Before we started working together, I was having a hard time doing sales or actually going out to customer calls, right? And I had the general feeling of, sales is like begging people for their business, begging people for their money. But, working with you, we uncovered some things and, it turns out it's not begging for, you're actually trying to help them. Right. And especially in my business, I'm trying to help the employees get energized or get refreshments while they're at work without having to leave the facility. So it just helped me look at sales a different way, a big way.
Remember you were stuck on doing you couldn't get the little things done. Remember that? I remember how it was like you would just get immobilized on all the little stuff and then we switched it away and that came back.
Yeah. I didn't want to take the next step. Then I always fill it with, oh, the dog needs a haircut. I need to work out. So I would always do the little things because it was that quick satisfaction of checking off the to-do list. So
led to a lot of procrastination on the bigger.
With that swooshing or, helping me see the little things aren't what I'm supposed to be doing. With the money, I've actually already replaced my paycheck twice.
Did any of this revert back, or you have maintained this positive change so that the little things don't get in the way?
None of the little things now have gotten in the way anymore. I'm able to recognize them for what they are and then put them in priority, more towards the bottom, not where they were kind of pushing everything aside. So now I recognize that and I'm able to push through and hit my goals and move forward with my business.
I love hearing that. I think probably one of the biggest questions I get is the change that they're going to undergo sustainable? Like, is it going to be temporary or is it going to be forever? And it's been quite a few months since we've worked together now. And I'm really glad to hear that it's stayed, because that's when we work at the unconscious level with values and the NLP to rewire the unconscious mind. It's long term, unless something were to happen that gets in the way or something new pops up. The old stuff that we change generally stays. And so I'm glad to hear that that's what you're experiencing together. Do you have any other shifts that you feel like that you experienced while we were working together?
What were the little things? The biggest thing was that little thing. That's what was hindering my goals. That was hindering me moving forward. That was actually the biggest thing. Now that I think about it, that was the biggest thing, the little things, because I think I was really afraid to move forward. I was so attached to my corporate job that if I didn't have, the raise or the promotions, it just wasn't happening. Now I'm doing everything on my own and I don't get the accolades and I don't get the good job. I don't get that. But then now, because we worked on the little things, it's so much better. And it's going to be really hard for me to revert back doing the little things again.
Right. Well, good. That way you can focus on what your priorities are and not the little things to check. What surprised you most about the process?
Well, when I first heard about NLP, and then, I've known you for a little bit before you started getting into NLP, at first I thought, oh God, seriously? Oh, this is going to be some weird stuff, but okay, we could try it because, I'm too hard-headed or I'm too goal-oriented because I see the numbers and, that's not going to happen. And so now sitting here, not doing the little things, I'm like, oh my God, it worked and I'm better for it.
I'm glad to hear that. So how do you feel about your future now?
Before we worked on things and, before we got to know each other, I felt like I was stuck in a cloud or a fog, right? I know where the road goes, right? And I know where the end is. I wasn't really clear on it, right? I was kind of like, is there a different way? Am I going the right way? Is this the right thing to do? And now that we, did the work, and now everything is so clear. And now I can put more goals, higher goals, better goals, and not worry about, me either dragging my feet or feeling like that's not the right thing to do, or going back to the little things. I got to take the dog for a walk, or I got to give her a bath. So that's that's been the biggest factor for me.
Awesome. I remember that you had some road rage that we worked on.
Yes, we did. So now,
before you launch into what's changed, describe what it was like for Amy to drive in the car with you.
I'm kind of embarrassed. So I would just be driving along and either someone would either cut me off or I would run up to someone in the fast lane doing like 50 and I'd be like, I'm gonna push you out of the way, move, right? I would scream a lot and just be very aggressive and drive by and look at the driver like that. Like, God, right? After we worked on the road rage, now it's just like, oh, are you okay? And then I would switch lanes and I would wave to them, or, I would like let them go and not be upset anymore, right? I totally forgot about that. And I haven't like wanted to ram someone in a long time.
I'm glad to hear that.
I have not been very upset when I drive anymore. Wow.
I think Southern California is a safer place now that we got rid of your road rage.
Probably just gone down.
My last question for you is, what would you say to someone that's on the fence about working with me?
Jump, jump. Just do it, because how can I put this? I was really stuck in my ways and I'm very hard-headed. And, working with you has opened up so much. I have no more aggression, or I'm not really like so much bullheaded about things. So I'll just take things as they come. I do have my goals, work with everything, and just keep pushing forward.
Well, it was an absolute pleasure working with you and catching up with you.